You live in a world that worships productivity. People celebrate being busy. They treat exhaustion like an accomplishment. They take pride in juggling 1,000 commitments, as if spreading yourself thin is a sign of strength. But the Stoics saw things differently. They believed a meaningful life is not built by doing more, but by doing less with greater intention. Modern people are drowning in tasks, distractions, and obligations. Not because they are weak, but because they are unfocused. Life feels overwhelming not because it is full, but because it is full of the wrong things. A Stoic clears the noise, cuts the unnecessary, concentrates effort, strengthens presence. Doing less is not a reduction. It is refinement. Let's explore the ancient logic behind this, and why it may be the most liberating shift you ever make. 1. You're not overwhelmed because you have too much to do, you're overwhelmed because you're doing what doesn't matter. Look at your daily life. How many tasks actually move your life forward? How many obligations exist only because you never question them? How much of your effort is spent maintaining habits you don't even value? People burn out not from effort, but from misaligned effort. The Stoic asks, if it does not serve my growth, my purpose, or my peace, why am I giving it my time? Most people cannot answer this. They live in reaction, not intention. They do things because others expect them to, because they fear disappointing people, because they're afraid of slowing down. When you don't know what matters, everything feels urgent. When you know what matters, almost nothing does. 2. The Stoic method: do less, do it better, do it to completion. Stoics didn't chase endless tasks. They focused on essentials, and then poured their strength into them. A modern mind is scattered. A Stoic mind is concentrated. Here is the Stoic triad of effort. 1. Do only what is essential. Cut what is unnecessary. Not because you're lazy, but because you're disciplined. 2. Do it with excellence. Half-hearted work produces half-hearted results. When you give something your full attention, the quality transforms who you become. 3. Do it without attachment. You control the input, not the outcome. Master effort. Release obsession. This triad is simple, but it rebuilds your entire life. 3. Noise is the enemy of meaning. The world is loud. Your phone is loud. Your thoughts are loud. Your expectations are loud. But meaning comes from quiet. Stoics weren't trying to be productive machines. They were trying to be present. A scattered mind cannot feel purpose. A silent mind can. Doing less is not laziness. It is creating space for meaning to breathe. You cannot understand your life when you don't even have room to hear yourself think. 4. When you stop chasing everything, you become powerful at something. People fear doing less, because they think doing less means becoming less. But the opposite is true. When you chase everything, your energy is diluted. Your progress is slow. Your results are average. When you choose a few things and commit deeply, your energy amplifies. Your progress accelerates. Your impact multiplies. Excellence comes from concentration. Identity comes from depth. Mastery comes from repetition. Doing less creates the space for greatness. 5. Most stress comes from doing things you never needed to do. Look at your schedule. Look at your habits. Look at your commitments. How many of these were chosen? And how many were inherited? People are exhausted, not because life is too demanding, but because they've said yes too many times to things that didn't deserve their yes. A Stoic knows every yes is a contract. Every no is protection. When you say no more often, you save your energy for the things that matter. 6. The power of presence, one thing at a time. The Stoics were masters of single-tasking. They believed, when you are doing a thing, only do that thing. Today, multitasking is praised. But multitasking fractures attention. It removes presence. It kills quality. It increases stress. It creates the illusion of progress, while delivering very little. When you do something fully, a conversation becomes meaningful. Work becomes satisfying. Learning becomes deeper. Life becomes clearer. Doing less gives you the gift of presence. Presence gives you the gift of peace. 7. Control the input. Release the outcome. One of the most powerful Stoic teachings is this: you control the effort. You never control the result. People waste mental energy obsessing over outcomes. Will this be good enough? What if it fails? What if people don't like it? All of this is noise. Effort is your business. Outcome is not. When you separate the two, stress dissolves. Doing less becomes easier. Because you no longer chase perfection. You chase alignment. Conclusion: doing less is the beginning of a higher life. A life filled with noise feels heavy. A life filled with essentials feels meaningful. Doing less sharpens focus, increases peace, strengthens identity, deepens presence, amplifies results, reduces anxiety, elevates quality, restores purpose. The Stoic life is not a life of inactivity. It is a life of intentionality. You don't rise by adding more. You rise by removing what doesn't matter. Doing less, but doing it well, is not just a practice. It is a philosophy. It is a way of living. And it leads to a life that finally feels your own. This is Stoic Principles, where ancient wisdom becomes modern healing. If this helped you find strength in your struggle, like, share, and subscribe.